there and welcome back, and in this lesson we're going to be talking about gratitude and happiness. Now, gratitude could be said to be one of the key ingredients for happiness. You see, for some reason our brains have a natural tendency to focus on what's wrong and what's missing in our lives. It just seems to be how we're wired as human beings, probably because our ancestors needed to be cautious and ever alert to danger. However, these days most of our stresses and anxieties don't help us to survive. As a matter of fact, they interfere with our ability to enjoy the lives that we've got. So let's find out a little bit more about this. Okay, so fortunately, we can develop tools to overcome this negative tendency, and one of the most important of these tools is an attitude of gratitude. Now, there are times in our lives when our gratitude flows naturally, and it's great when it does that. Our minds turn towards all that's good about our lives, not just the singular event or the object of our gratitude. And in fact, our gratitude spills over into other areas of our lives as well, triggering other positive emotions. People who are around us are positively affected by our gratitude as well. So it's a real win-win, you know. However, at other times, such as when we're caught up in anxiety, anger, fear or sadness, gratitude can be harder to come by. And at those times, we can choose to practice gratitude as a way of returning balance to our emotions. The conscious application of the practice of gratitude is a powerful tool that can lead us back to happiness. Now, it's important not only to speak or write about what we're grateful for, but also to generate the feeling of gratitude. It's that feeling of gratitude that produces the results that we're after. Now, you may have heard me talk about developing an attitude of gratitude, and I think that explains it best. It's much more a general attitude that's very much focused on being grateful. Now, people like to keep a journal every evening before they go to bed, and in this journal they just list out a few of the things that they feel grateful for. And personally, I recommend that. I use a mixture of this and some time out to kind of meditate on that, on the subject of the things that have happened to me throughout the day. Either way, begin to notice throughout your day those moments that just begin to give you a little bit of joy, and consciously choose to express gratitude for those moments. Actually take the time to focus on how grateful you are for them. Now, these things don't have to be huge, they don't have to be big events. Perhaps just eye contact with someone at work who gives you a sense of connection that you could be grateful for. It might just be a small thing, but it's still noteworthy, so write it down and add it to your gratitude list. Or you might notice a nice view as you're walking to work, and again, you could just write that down as well. And of course, over time and gradually, your list will begin to grow, and as it does, the feeling of gratitude will grow with it. And soon you'll begin to have days when the feeling of gratitude just flows really easily, and that is when things will start to get really good. Because, you see, the feeling of gratitude releases other positive emotions as well, such as love and joy and happiness, and it tends to attract more of the same to you. People who actively and consciously practice gratitude are more positive overall than those who don't. They feel better about themselves, they experience less physical pain, and they tend to exercise more in an ever-expanding upward spiral of being positive. They're also more likely to be supportive and kind to each other. You've probably noticed how much you enjoy being with people who are cheerful and grateful, right? Well, wouldn't you like to be one of those people? And don't you think that the world would be a much, much happier place if more people practiced gratitude? Sure it would, which is why as a coach I encourage you to teach this to as many of your clients as possible. So my suggestion is, let's all commit now to sharing and practicing gratitude, okay? And by doing so, we'll not only help ourselves to feel happier, but we'll also help the people around us to feel happier too. And when they feel happier, the circle of gratitude, kindness and happiness will expand further, still like a pebble in a pond. So I hope that you join me in spreading the idea of happiness to as many of your coaching clients as you possibly can, and in the process make your own life a happy one and as happy as you can possibly make it.